There we go. Beautiful. And then I'm going to put it right here. It doesn't interfere with the choke, and you have to make sure it doesn't interfere with the shift lever. This comes dry, but you need to soak this in motor oil. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In the last episode that I filmed using the SDLD25, we were attempting to get the heat reduction from the exhaust over here. And it was a fail. We used this ceramic muffler wrap, and that didn't work like I thought it was going to. It kept the heat off of here, but it just blew out around here and didn't really do anything. So I found that if I added this metal panel here, it was an old shelf from a Vivor cabinet I had purchased. It fits perfect, and it kept the heat off of the pump. It kept that cool, and it kept most of the heat from coming over here onto your legs. I could slide it down a little further, but I've decided I'm just going to keep it the way it is because it's nice and clean looking. If I cut it, it's just going to make a mess, and it'll be jagged and not look good. So I want it to look somewhat decent. So I'm just going to screw this on, and then I'm going to add a throttle cable. So that's what this video will cover: installing the heat shield and adding a throttle cable to the SDLD25. I'm going to get rid of the one that's down here on the floor. I do not like this. It's awkward. I'm going to remove that, give you some more foot room, and put a throttle right here. So I purchased a couple throttles that people said would work, and I found that this one is too short. It was 40 inches, and it didn't work. So this one is a metal cased one. It was relatively cheap, and it is, I don't remember the length on this one, but it's like 48 or 50. So we're going to put this one on first. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to attach this plate here, and I'm going to do it with sheet metal screws, and I'm going to attach it from this edge over here, and then I'm going to put the throttle on top of this edge here. So let's get going on that, and we'll see how that looks. I went to my local hardware store and I bought these black 1-inch sheet metal screws. I didn't get self-tapping because I want to make sure I put the hole exactly where I want it. So sometimes the self-tapping ones will wander a bit. So I just want to make sure I drill a hole, and then I can precisely put it where I want. All right, let's give this a whirl. There we go. Beautiful. There. Okay, so that attached with 2 screws. Went a little high on that one, no big deal, but it's on there now and I don't have to worry about it. So let's move on to the throttle cable. So now we're going to go ahead and install that throttle cable. That was a pretty simple little install right there. This metal is really thin. Now I have to watch it with the throttle cable that I drill at least far enough over. I'm not on that edge right there. So I'm going to bring it in over a little bit. Anyways, we'll get to that in a second. We're just going to go ahead and see what we have to do to get this throttle cable off. I think I'm going to take this whole air cleaner assembly off so we can get in here and see what exactly it is we're dealing with. Okay, you can see here the throttle cable assembly. Pretty simple. Throttle comes in, just attaches with this adjustable bolt here. Here is your manual control if you wanted to do it manually. And this machine really did a poor job on returning. This spring is pretty weak here. I may have to put a new spring on it because when you let off the throttle, it should go all the way in. And obviously it's stuck here. So it's giving a lot of resistance. So I think I'm gonna put a little lube on here. Might need a heavier duty spring here to give this a nice positive return when you let off the throttle. It only works well if this is strong enough to push it forward, and it might be on the new throttle cable. So we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to worry about putting the new throttle cable on. We'll get to that in a second. So let's go ahead and get that new throttle cable and see how it'll work on here. So as you can see, this throttle, it feeds out of the bottom here. And You know, you can't really put it on this side over here, because if you do, you have to thread it down here amongst all these moving parts. I'm not saying you can't do it. You might be able to, and I still might. That would push it the right way in terms of when you throttle up. You want to pull in. Let's see which way it pulls in. That pushes out, that pulls in. So that's full throttle right there, forward. And obviously on most vehicles, the forward is full throttle, and then you pull back for letting throttle out. So, you know, mounting it up here would allow you then to go full throttle, and then back it off, it'd be, you know, not full throttle. So we're going to play with this for a minute, and I'm going to come back to you and let you know what I've finally decided on where I'm threading this throttle cable. Okay, so I've attached the new throttle cable here and tightened these up so that it works now. And then I decided to thread it through here. I'll show you what I was thinking. So there's the old throttle cable. It was really long, and I was thinking maybe I'd have trouble getting this threaded through because of it's not as long, but it actually works out pretty well. It's going to snake through here under the tank. It's not in danger of hitting any moving parts. I'll tie it up when I'm done, and then I'm going to put it right here. It doesn't interfere with the choke, and you have to make sure it doesn't interfere with the shift lever, because remember, this thing shifts sideways, so you have to make sure you clear this, and it does. So I'm going to attach it right here, and then we're going to give it a whirl and see how it works out. Hey, just a quick note before I button this thing back up. Just keep in mind, if you've never had a unit like this or an air filter like this, there is a foam piece that over the filter itself. This comes dry, but you need to soak this in motor oil. So what you're going to want to do is put a pair of gloves on, pour a little oil on this before you put this thing into any kind of service, and then squeeze out the excess oil and put that on. That adds as a really nice oil trap for all the fine dust particulates. But, you know, they ship these dry. So there's, you know, you can see my hand, there's no oil on it. This is dry right now. So I'm not going to do it right now because I'm in the middle of filming here, but make sure before you put yours to use for the first time, you take this foam off and oil it up and then squeeze out the excess and put it back on. Okay, we are done. This throttle cable is installed. Let me show you how I ran it. I decided to put mine here. You put yours wherever you want. Just determines how long of a cable you want on it. But it's here. It runs down the side here. And then I zip tied it here. And then I also zip tied it on the back here. Right there to hold everything in place. And it comes in and attaches nicely. Let's fire this thing up and see how that throttle cable performs. Okay, as you can hear, it's running okay. Throttler down, works fine. So that was a real easy install. Okay, so that was a very easy install. It's not interfering with anything, and that's what you want. Put yours wherever you want. Like I said, get a long enough cable if you want to do it somewhere fancy, because it does take, it's funny how long those cables need to be if you're going somewhere outside of that area right here. But for now, to finish this video up, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to disassemble the foot throttle and take it off the machine. I don't think it'll be too hard. I haven't done it before, so let's see what's involved with it, and I'll show you how to do that. So it just appears that this foot pedal is on here with a cotter pin. 1, 2, looks like maybe 3 screws, and it comes right off. So let's see if we can just get that off. Okay, you're going to need a 10 millimeter wrench, and just take the nuts off from the bottom, and you don't even have to screw around with the screwdriver at all. these come right out. So there you go. That has been disassembled. I'll put this in the toolbox that came with, or tools box as they call it, that came with the machine. You have a nice place to put your foot now. We have a nice hand throttle here. Put yours wherever you want, or don't put it on at all. Some people say they like the foot throttle, so that's fine. And we installed the heat shield today, which made a huge difference in the amount of heat that gets on this tank and also on your legs. You could extend it back further, but I decided to keep mine the way it was. 2 screws, it's in, it looks good. So if you got value out of today's video, please go ahead and subscribe and like, and maybe hit the notification bell, because I'm going to be doing more modifications on this. I will link to the video at the end of this video where I tested that heat shield, and you can see what a difference it made in temperatures to this unit. So the next video I'm doing will be the electrical install. I'm going to put all the new gauges on, a fuse box, etc. So stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Jeff with the Jeffscavator channel. And are you digging or are you filling?